My name is Kobby Spiky Nkrumah, and yes, today is the 14th of June, 2022, and it's a Tuesday. So we're here to talk tech with the geeks, Michael, Winston, and Spiky, myself. It's a pleasure to be on your radio, on your streams on Facebook and YouTube, and where else? Online radio. It's still radio, no?
Yeah.
And if you're listening to us in the past,
In the future. Yeah,
But-
on a podcast.
Hey.
Yes, all you time travelers, shout outs to you to send us the source code for time travel so we can be the first people to do it, and then we can share the money with you in future, now, in your now, which is our future. You know, such a convoluted thing, time travel.
Mm-hmm.
Very confusing. Especially when you end up with multiverse stuff, you know, and then everything just gets. See, I'm with geeks and they're all pressing their phones. It's a tech show, right? And
When you talked about multiverse, I just remember the movie I actually finally got to watch yesterday.
the Chinese one,
Everything, everywhere, all at once.
Yes,
yeah, everything.
yes.
That's a Chinese one. Like, listen, I was watching that movie on an empty stomach. So my head was bashing me. Like, I saw the IMDb rating. I'm like, oh, that ought to be a good one. Started watching it and I'm like, yeah.
It's actually pretty good.
Why I not go chop first?
It was a
You know,
very-
where's my Killer Willy?
It was a
But
good,
yeah.
solid movie.
I heard. Anyway, Geek Squad is brought to you by MTN. MTN everywhere you go. Everywhere you're going now, if you're in your car, driving home from work, sitting in traffic, or you're about to catch a flight, not feelings, or well, Abeku. Don't mind Abeku. Abeku started the show with Atajwa. When we have Michael geared up in his Luigi attire.
Eh?
Mario, actually.
No,
Don't
Luigi.
throw all your gaming credentials into
No,
the game.
Luigi. Because you can't be Mario. You're tall.
So,
So
Yeah.
you're Mario who ate what kind of mushroom?
what do you go? The 6 foot mushroom, but still, there are people taller than me. They can be Luigi. And my mustache
The
and beard are
people.
still
Well,
intact.
we're talking about Shaquille O'Neal right now.
Okay.
Anyways, yeah. So today we're giving you lots of tech updates and what you should know, what you should expect, and we will explain what's happening because sometimes people read the tech news and they're like, "What does this mean to us?" You know, sometimes people hear stuff and they're confused. Like, does this mean this is going away, or does this mean this is coming, or does it mean this is changing? And we're going to start with Apple's WWDC conference,
Yeah.
which ended last week. We didn't talk about it because we had a different show. But yes, they announced a whole lot of new stuff. And yes, I'm using an iPhone. Yeah, much to my chagrin. But yes, I'm using an iPhone. And I'll be reviewing my experience with iOS. I haven't been on iOS for a long time.
I don't think we need to know what you're going to
Oh, it's
say.
good. Sometimes.
I mean, it's fair.
Yeah.
That's what
I
you
mean,
said.
everything is not always good. So it's fair that it's good sometimes and bad sometimes, you know? So, yeah, we're cool.
I'm expecting a maximum 6 out of 10 score from you.
Maximum.
Maximum.
Oh, you are so generous.
Yeah, there it is.
But yeah, Apple, one of the world's most valuable companies, did a worldwide developers conference. I almost said Congress because that's what it is to Apple fans. You know, it's a Congress.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what interested you the most, Michael
iOS 16
and
looks-
Winston?
So I mean, iOS 16 was cool, but Watch OS had a few interesting updates.
For me, Apple CarPlay.
because it could take over all the displays
Yes.
in there. Okay.
So I'm coming to you, Michael. iOS 16. What new stuff was announced for you first off that you liked, and then we'll talk in general about it.
I mean, the new lock screen looks very interesting. And
Oh, let me cut you right there. What he said, for Android users, you probably have experienced this thing for years. So, yeah, Apple just got customizable lock screens. Okay, continue, Michael.
anyway, but I also stand here and represent the 5 jailbreakers left in the country that we've also had this thing for years on our Apple devices. You can't shame us.
Do you have jailbreak now?
That doesn't matter.
Okay, carry on.
So it looks interesting because now you can set. I mean, the whole wallpaper engine is now different, where now you can set multiple wallpapers and multiple.
A la Huawei magazine.
Oh,
Yeah, so Huawei has had that feature where all Huawei users listening who, on your lock screen, you have different pictures that you can scroll through before you unlock your phone. Yeah, Apple just announced that they're getting that. Carry on, Michael.
I only acknowledge 2 magazines, okay? PC Gamer and the one in Kumasi. So don't come and press me with Huawei.
Oh, no Top Gear magazine.
TV show or everything.
Okay,
TV show or everything. Anyway. So I have a new wallpaper engine where now you can create more, you can assign new wallpapers for different situations and different times, and you can, rather than you keep changing it as you do, you now have themes, which is very interesting. It doesn't extend as far as your icons, but will you keep your opinions to yourself?
No. Winston was yawning. I'm sorry, that's why I was laughing.
What do you call it? I know it's very electric. Well, he's actually blinking his eyes like he's about to fall asleep.
Yeah, I mean, is that boring? Is iOS 16 boring?
No, I was impressed with the what iOS 16 was offering. So Michael, you carry on. I'm probably just very tired.
Yeah, you probably are. It's not because it sounds so boring. Anyway, so yeah, you can now have multiple themes that apply at different times and different situations. The day-night cycle is a bit sharper. I mean, it is a nice upgrade to where we were before. Yes, a lot of Android users have had this before in the past for many years.
Did he say a lot of
but
Android
it
users?
Is nice for it to be refined.
Did he say a lot of Android users? All Android users.
I'm sorry, I haven't had my Cyanogen mod on me for a long time. So forgive me if I'm out of the game a little bit. But it's fine. It's fine. But actually iOS 16 is looking pretty interesting.
Yeah, it does.
I'm not in a rush to upgrade because jailbreakers united, but still.
I love the customizability and all that. The only thing I didn't like was so now I can change the color of my clock. I can change colors of stuff to match. And you already can do themes. Apple brought customization, some iOS is back. But when you pull down your switch drawer, what do you call that?
Control center.
The control center. Why do I still have to be presented with the color blue? Why can't I have it to match my wallpaper like Android did in the last update?
Which is fair and all, but it's also a question of why in a rush for. Let's
serve it to us like in a drip.
Yeah. Let them take time to refine it to their standards, because it's not for you, it's for them.
Right. But the thing is, it's interesting. When we watched Google's I/O, there was a lot of emphasis on privacy and security, which is Apple's forte.
Yeah.
And WWDC, there's a lot of emphasis on customization and flexibility. So I like the fact that both took a different approach to delivering the software. Android gave us customization and personalization from the start and served us security and privacy later. Apple gave us security and privacy right from the start and started giving us customization later. So one gave you the ability to play wherever you want and then eventually now go to a seminary school. And then one put you in prison and eventually says, gradually now letting you
can have flowers in yourself.
Oh yeah, that's a perfect analogy. I can imagine that.
Which is why I sound about jailbroke. Literally got out of prison.
Yeah. Touche. So Winston,
I feel like there are so many things about iOS 16 that Michael didn't mention.
There is a lot.
Live update was super interesting for me. Basically, it's kind of it's like a widget where. So for those who watch a lot of football, I nearly said soccer, and I know when I say soccer, people in Ghana have a problem that I call football.
Are you an American?
Never mind. So football. Those who watch football, you have to go to.
It is football. The other one is not football.
It is football.
It's okay.
Why would you call that football?
Okay,
the American one.
One time they kick the ball in like 20 minutes. How is that called football?
Look, they get a lot of brain damage in that sport. Of course, they will call it an incorrect name.
So you go to go.com and stuff to find out what's happening in your football game and stuff like that. Well, Apple has a new feature called live updates that when you do that, it never, you can go out of the gold or kind of, but it never leaves. It becomes a tiny widget at the bottom of your screen, and
Your
it's
lock screen,
and it's constantly updating, so you don't have to go back to check football matches. Just on your lock screen. Another thing that was extremely one of the most impressive things for me that they brought on iOS 16, I think I told you about this, was you could capture text from a video.
Yeah, that was very impressive. I mean, they already have that capturing text from pictures.
Yeah,
now,
everybody has
out
that
there.
But now video.
From video.
You can even cut out objects from video, from
photos,
and post them into which
your
is going
chat
to make the memes
amazing. It's going to make making memes so easy on
it's going to be
iOS.
amazing.
So
remember where you heard it first.
So those were some of the few things about iOS 16 that was cool. Watch OS for me.
Oh, but the live updates as well. One example that I saw that was really impressive was the Uber one.
Yes.
You know, waiting for your Uber, and you don't have to unlock your screen because you have the widget at the bottom there showing you that the car is coming and the car has arrived and all that, without unlocking a screen. And it was animated, and I like that. The only problem I have, which I have experienced using Google Maps on the iPhone, which was a problem a member of our group, Kobna Mercedes Club, had, celebrity Uber driver, I don't know if he's listening, but his maps would update like a whole 30 seconds later.
What is actually even funnier that you mentioned, Kobna, is that Spike, you and I experienced that. There was a time where we took an Uber together after the show, and we were looking at the Uber driver, and he was lagging behind. And then he also told us that, it's a thing he had noticed from iOS.
And I started experiencing that using the iPhone.
Oh, wow.
Like, I was going the day I took Wally on the adventure. We passed the junction 3 times because by the time we got to the junction, the map hadn't updated. So here I am thinking, live updates, and then the maps, the widget says the Uber is 5 minutes away. Meanwhile, Uber driver catch me.
That is weird.
I've been experiencing that.
That's so strange because Winston can attest to this now. Anytime I go somewhere, 99% of the time, Google Maps open just so I can keep up with
you use
traffic.
the map differently. You never ask the map to show you the way.
I'm a Kubolo.
Michael opens the map and looks at it. It's like, okay, I'll pass here, and does that. He never asks the map that, take me from here to here. He does what the old people used to do, where they open the map and then they'll look at it.
This is Mario we are talking about. He moves in a straight line and jumps up and down.
The only good thing about the map for him is that he can see the red lines where traffic is. So that's the only good
thank
thing.
you. Put my what you call it, driving tips out there for everybody to start dodging traffic with me.
Well, it has been there for a while. It's just that people don't use it.
Yeah.
And then, so
watch OS.
Then what do you call it?
Well, before we get to watch OS, the live text extraction stuff, I can see a lot of people doing that during their lectures.
Yeah.
Imagine a lecture, then you just take your iPhone out, capture the text as your lecturer writes it on the screen and puts it straight to your notepad.
I mean, even better still, if you were doing online, studying online, you could just capture some things that your lecturer writes on the board.
It won't help you if your lecturer says buy his handouts.
Yeah, you already have it.
Yeah.
No, so you'd actually, if it had Periscope Zoom, and your lecturer opens the book and is showing you page by page. So on page 3, you've extracted. Page 4, you've extracted. 5. So lecturers will now be hugging their books tight.
Or let's say after you buy the book, come and write your index numbers.
Yeah, I know, right? There was that.
I don't know if they still do that. We are old, guys. So maybe that was the old system. Please.
Yeah, so tell us, your lecturers still ask you to write your index number after you buy their pamphlets and their handouts. Let us know.
Goodness.
And the WhatsApp message is 055 1997. And also let us know what your favorite iOS feature is. iOS 16, actually, from what we've said. And if you watch a WWDC, what your favorite feature is. Let us know. And send us via WhatsApp 055 1997 055 11 11 997 055 11 997. We'll be right back. We're taking a quick commercial break. When we're back, we'll talk about... And we're back. There's 100 more reasons to buy your airtime with MTN Momo. You're probably asking, why? Well, it's really simple. Momo is giving you back 100% bonus whenever you buy airtime from your wallet. That's 2 times the airtime you need. You can schedule your airtime purchase of any amount daily, weekly, or monthly by dialing *170 hash, option 3, and follow the process, or simply dial *170 *311 hash for a superb airtime purchase experience. So whether you're scheduling tomorrow's airtime today or buying airtime when you need it on *170 hash or *170 *311 hash, you get 100% bonus airtime, so you can make twice as many calls and catch up with gist only on MTN Momo. Yep, only MTN Momo does that. 100%. That's cool. Now, Mr. WatchOS.
Yeah.
What was impressive about WatchOS?
So WatchOS, the main thing that was impressive for me was that they have inbuilt a new feature where you could track your medication. And also in tracking your medication, they partnered with certain partners, where the watch could help you understand the interaction of your drugs, which is a very, very important thing, because many people don't know that there are certain drugs that react with each other or one another adversely. I've forgotten which one it is exactly, but there's a funny relationship between iron, vitamin C, and I think zinc or something like that. There's some funny relationship where when you take one within a certain period of the other, it nullifies the effects of the other. So something like that. So the watch will help you track all those things. If you are taking this medication at this time, it will remind you, and then if you are going to take new medication and put it in, it will let you know that, okay, this medication doesn't affect the one you are taking in any way, so you are cool, you can take it. Or it'll be like, it'll give you a red flag and be like, no, don't do this. So I feel like that is a very, very practical thing. Increasingly in the past, people used to say that what's the point of buying a smartwatch, but with tiny features like this, you realize that, okay, the developers have realized that they need to be able to explain why this device that costs so much should exist, and with a feature like this, it makes sense.
It does make sense for someone who doesn't like taking medicine like me and forgetting to take, like, I'm the kind of guy who starts a malaria treatment and 3 tablets in, I'm done, feeling better. Never completed it,
which is a terrible thing.
Yeah, never. I mean,
especially with antibiotics, never do that. You have to finish.
If we start getting mosquitoes with 6-packs, it's you are blamed.
Why?
Because you don't finish your medication.
So it means what? I'm giving them strength.
Yes, that's literally
quite
what
literally
it does.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
So shout outs to the mosquitoes out there. I'm glad that you have elected me to be your steroid of choice.
Of course.
But yeah, okay, I'll start finishing them after I get an Apple Watch that tells me that I have to take my medicine at the... Well, what happens if I'm not around the medicine?
Well, it can't teleport it to you. It's just
should be able to do that. It costs a lot of money.
it just reminds you, and that was one of the very cool things about the watch. On a tangent, since we're on WatchOS, there's this company, I've forgotten their name, and this company is a neurological. Their focus is on neurology, and they have actually gotten FDA approval for a new app that they are introducing on the Apple Watch that will help people with Parkinson's disease to automatically track their symptoms and then pipe that information to healthcare professionals so that they could give them advice on what they should do or medication and treatment that they should take. And that's extremely interesting because the watch is always on your hand. People who have Parkinson's, you can't count the number of tremors you had in a day.
Sure.
The watch can. So the watch is passively just taking all that information, and I think it's also a great app and a wonderful step forward, because I realized that most smart watches are going towards a health focus, a health positive direction, as opposed to just, I mean, working out is also health positive, but they are going into more detailed things like heart attacks or hypertension, stuff like that. So that was pretty cool.
Super cool. Now, my favorite, CarPlay.
Yeah.
What a surprise.
What?
What a surprise.
Oh yeah, not CarPlay as in car tech, but I'm using an iPhone now, so I've been using CarPlay. Winston's experienced it.
Yeah.
My Spotify and then the map.
Wait, your car has CarPlay?
Yeah, my car has CarPlay. Yeah, I know you almost cussed on. Yeah, my car has CarPlay, has Android Auto. Oh, I have a dongle I can give you that can give your car CarPlay and
You know,
Android
funny
Auto.
enough, I actually don't really want it.
Okay.
I'm very happy with my Bluetooth streaming.
And your iDrive.
Yeah.
Makes sense. So here's the thing. Now that's a perfect tangent into that conversation, because car manufacturers suck at making infotainment systems.
Oh God, thank you for the reminder. I didn't really want to think about it anymore, but thank you.
Well,
Our
they do
favorite
suck.
people have broken my sensitive, poor little heart with their absolute lack of effort in their interior design.
You can't blame them.
I will always.
Well, you can't blame them.
Why?
They're
can
not a
you
tech company.
You know, you don't need to be a tech company. How can you be so bad at interior design to
What are we
give
talking
us
about
that?
right now?
Yeah, we're talking about the infotainment
System or the whole interior design.
The dash and the infotainment system set up in
Which car?
iX.
He's going on a tangent, a slight adjacent.
I'm going to cool myself down. Unlike my shirt color, you carry on with
So
CarPlay.
I don't. When we make the statement that what do you call it? OEMs, manufacturers, are not really good at making infotainment systems, and sometimes I've been thinking about it for a while now. I think it's true and not true, because the focus of their infotainment system is not the attainment side.
So, which car?
Most cars,
Okay.
even the iDrive, MBUX, almost everybody. I think that the reason why why people may say they suck at making infotainment system is that they don't put a lot of focus on the attainment side, which is
It's
the
just
entertainment. The info. They just want you. It's a car.
Okay.
So they focus on the
So the
information.
reason
part.
why I said this, and I think because most of the time when we talk about infotainment systems, only 3 cars come to mind: BMW, Mercedes, Audi.
Okay.
Right.
I mean Tesla. Okay, for me, it's a-
Tesla is a whole computer system.
Yeah.
With that large iPad in the middle,
Middle.
where you can play games, do everything. You see, that's why I said they're a tech company that created a car.
Mhm.
Or basically a car company made out of tech. But the focus was there to make the car more tech centric, more
Tech-friendly.
than about the car itself. That's why the car can drive itself. Because they're taking the
About
car,
that.
they're taking the car outside.
That little bit of news. Do you want
Yeah.
to share it?
So
real
we'll
quick?
share it when we are talking about. Yeah.
So the thing is, if anyone's driven, I spent time in Ibrahim's Shelby,
Okay.
and the infotainment system in that car was rubbish. Info even rubbish more than attainment.
I mean, it wasn't. That really wasn't a highlight in the engineering of that car, was it?
You see, that's true. But then, if you're expecting the driver of the car to get info and entertainment, what we're talking about is the user experience and the user interface. It should be well designed. We believe that Apple has done this very well with the iPhone. Information that is presented to you is presented very well. You're able to see what you need to see when you need to see. Some stuff that you don't need to see is not presented to you. Some people think Apples are complicated because some things that you're looking for are buried far away from the normal person's reach. And on the other hand, people think Android is also complicated because they give you everything,
And tell you to pick.
But then what cuts across all these user experiences is that you can move from one to the other and still know where to go, right? Unlike us sitting here who have favorite car brands, the regular person can be a Toyota guy today and a Honda guy tomorrow and a Ford guy the next, and would struggle. If you use a Toyota and then you know where to go to see your TPMS, your tire pressure monitoring systems, check your oil and everything. Okay, no. Toyotas, you have to use a dipstick.
Yes.
But let's just assume that Toyotas were that advanced that allowed you to see all this information within the infotainment system. Move to a Honda, it's in a different layout. Everything completely different. Another learning curve. Imagine your mother calling you to tell you that, Michael, the car has a genie's lamp. What am I supposed to do with that? And you need information. How are you going to direct them to go to, errors or, how to get to that on your BMW?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Now, walking through someone through doing that on the phone is not a fun experience.
Exactly. We can do this on the computer. If you take a Windows or a Mac and you're looking for where to change an IP address, you go to network, you go to settings, you go to network, IP address, you change. But somebody calls you and driving a Chevy and they say, I want to check, there's an error on my, on my dash, I want to check. And the car should be able to tell you. The car will be able to tell you if you can find it.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you can find it.
Exactly.
And it's never in the same place. Everybody puts it in
Everybody puts it differently. Even navigating is different. So with that being said, Apple CarPlay, taking over your whole car infotainment system, presents the opportunity of giving you that iPhone user experience in your car. So there's an error, go to settings, go to errors. It will be there, settings, errors.
And then every car you use, it will be in the same place.
Potentially.
Well, I mean,
we haven't really seen it.
Because, we're probably expecting it in 2024.
Yes.
Now, here's the thing as well. Car companies are definitely going to fight this.
Oh, yes.
They've invested so much money into building their own infotainment system. Yeah. And you come and say that, if you plug in your iPhone, it takes over the whole car.
Do you need to fight it, though?
Yes.
You don't need... Why fight it?
So, you see...
Design what you want. And then if someone plugs in his phone, just don't stop it from happening.
But Apple stops you from doing everything. They've designed what they wanted. Me too, I've designed what I want.
And if you do use CarPlay, the moment you get into your car, Bluetooth connects automatically, right? Mm-hmm. And it just pops up.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
Yeah.
So imagine, updated CarPlay, get into your car, Bluetooth connected, then what's the ringtone, Apple default ringtone?
I don't know.
Starts playing. Do you see where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
So your whole experience is taken over. Now, assuming you never even knew what your own in-car experience looked like, and then one day you're driving, your phone dies. Now you're presented with your M-Box.
Well,
more cars have USB.
I was going to say a lot of the cars that will come out.
People even have in-car wireless charging. Yes. How many of them use it?
That's beside.
How many of you know it exists, let alone use it?
You know what's interesting for me while we were having this conversation? I thought about it. The Shelby GT example.
Yeah.
Shelby GT is just concerned with you seeing the vroom, like RPM, miles per hour, kilometers per hour. That's the focus.
You know why that was my example?
Why?
There was a TPMS error on the car. We had to reset the tire pressure monitoring system.
Mm-hmm. And
there was no way to do that. We didn't know how to do it on the car. I had to download the whole manual. And then realize that, so you had to, put on your seatbelt, turn on the car. I think you were supposed to hold a certain button for 9 seconds, open the door, and then shut it. I kid you not.
What? You see him.
There was a proper DFU mode instruction list for a Shelby GT500.
And this is where I think Apple may not be able to get it. What will happen is that Apple will filter the information they think you, the average user, needs, and they'll feed it to you. Maybe if you need what do you call those things where you guys have to periodically fix your cars?
Say you guys.
Yeah.
Servicing.
Yeah, so if it's service plan B, and service A is different from service B. Apple doesn't care. Apple wants to simplify things so that the average user, the only time you care about that is when you drive into your dealership, if that's what is happening in your country or where you are from, and then, or if you are going to your local man's by the road there, that's also a different conversation altogether. So I don't think that CarPlay move is particularly beneficial, because look at the entire procedure that you described for the Shelby GT. Mm-hmm. Are we saying that the Apple is going to do all those steps?
No. So we didn't even know that we had to reset it, right? I Googled and then found out that the Apple telling you your battery health, for instance, right? Connect a bad charger, the error will pop up.
I for one feel like Apple is the wrong company to actually be doing this. I think what they are doing is they are just going to make your dash look pretty, and they are not going to focus on they are not going to focus on the salient information you as a car driver may need to know. I mean, at the end of the day, many people drive their cars not knowing anything about their car. Apple is going to feed into that. because there are several steps and several things that happen in the back of your car that your car would let you know. As to whether you find it or not, that's a totally different question. But that would mean that CarPlay, using Bluetooth connection, will be able to execute all those steps and then bring that information, filter through all of that, and bring it to the forefront. Apple, that has sat in its own background and kept its own IP to itself, is all of a sudden going to be able to wrangle multiple.
I just thought of something, actually, along the lines of what Winston was talking about. To read that information currently, you need to use the OBD2 ports. That's a car scanning port in a car. But CarPlay doesn't do that, and Bluetooth will not give you access to that. So
this is true.
There's going to be we won't know.
Yeah,
till it comes out, and then you, Spike, will have to experiment with it for us.
I mean, 2024. By that time, he's probably ditched Apple, or maybe you'd have fallen in love with Apple. We never know.
Well, here's the thing. I believe the Apple CarPlay update is a precursor to the Apple Car.
Which I agree, 100%. They want you guys to get a feeling of what
the Apple Car is going to look like. And those who would use it would be the guinea pigs for the Apple Car proper.
Yeah, free.
Which is going to be an electric car.
Yeah, free testing. Free.
So I'm here thinking, okay, electric cars don't need dipsticks.
No.
Electric cars only probably showing you miles.
Your battery, your range.
Power. Charging
station,
which is essentially an iPhone on wheels.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it could, and that means that it could pioneer on electric cars, because they wouldn't need the OBD ports to show you that information. That information could be easily transferred over Bluetooth.
I see. I get what you're saying, and that makes sense.
Makes sense.
If it was an electric car that doesn't have a lot of these intricate things that you need to
see Mike's mind wandering.
It doesn't have these intricate things it needs to respond. I mean, what does it need to know?
Camshaft.
Washer fluid. It's almost finished. But what you're saying is right. I think it's a testing phase, a beta before the beta.
Yeah.
For Apple's car.
Color me slightly pessimistic, but even just your experience with Iran's car when you had this tire pressure monitoring issue. Shelby is an American company.
Yep.
As is Apple, and I have a feeling that a lot of those things there are because of how just generally the Americans legislate their car design, because this whole wear your seat belts and go, some of the steps are probably legislated probably in the states where it was from.
But the plus side is that the partners that Apple is building their car with are not American.
So
I think they are building it with Hyundai or something like
that. But we'll see. We'll
know
what the final result is.
American legislature.
Yeah. Well, speaking of legislation, Michael, can you tell us what the EU is doing?
Oh yes, yes.
My favorite,
still on Apple.
Yes.
Yeah, my favorite piece of news, although is out of date, but if you're very handy with your hands and you don't mind experimenting on your iPhone, you can do it yourself. As someone has already done. I'm very, very envious of the person.
Absolutely.
Less more, I'll do it myself, but not just yet. So now the EU have legislated that now all future iPhones should come, if they are going to be sold in the EU, should come with USB-C built in.
Not only iPhones,
every
tech device.
All tech devices
except
now.
Sorry, you finish.
But essentially all tech devices now, Winston will give the exception later, should now come with, if you're going to use a connection, USB-C only. No Lightning, no micro USB, USB-C,
no gimmicks,
no Lightning, no Thunder,
no weather stations here, USB-C everything.
USB-C.
Speaking of weather stations, you guys should look out for our special.
Yeah, our special.
We actually did a
Geek Squad special. I went to the Ghana Meteorological Agency.
Yeah, we'll let you know when the episode is going to air.
It was awesome.
Yeah,
we learned a lot of stuff, and we're going to impart that knowledge to you.
Yeah.
So stay tuned. When it's ready, I'm going to show it on TV. It will be on TV.
Yeah,
we'll let you know. Thanks for the segue, Mike.
So the details, clear details. By 2024, all companies that make tech devices, phones, cameras, anything, tablets, they have till 2024 to switch to Type-C in the EU. Yes. The EU is going to finally draft that into law after September. So right now it's a conversation they had. They are pretty much done with it, and after 2024, it's a must if you are going to sell iPhones or any device in this. Now the exceptions are laptops because because of the high voltage some laptops require. They've been given till 2026 to figure that out. Apple already has 100 watts MacBook charger, so they don't really have a problem. But yeah, I think to be honest, everybody's taking this news as Apple change from Lightning. So that's pretty much what it is.
Now, there's also some more info about that.
Yeah.
Brexit says they're not considering that.
Yeah, I mean
the UK.
They are no longer in the EU.
So EU laws don't apply to us.
Yeah.
We still want Lightning.
But I mean, the question will always
they probably won't have it because even GDPR still affects them. Because the good thing about the EU thing is that the EU is a huge market in terms of the world. So you can't just
but that's just 25% of Apple's market share.
Which is the question.
And so you can't just say, okay, just for this 25%, you're going to make this special thing. Everybody else gets something different. That's a cost to that.
I mean,
well, they're already making it, so
yeah, for now. But when eventually they run out and they have to go into the new phase, like we are not going to. You can't continue to be stubborn.
You can. You see, why? If you have that much,
but why waste the money? That is R&D.
It's actually a waste of money for them to set up two separate manufacturing processes.
So then just do the one.
Do the one which is Lightning, and people will import. I can keep my things wherever I want. I can keep it in the UK, and people can take a trip to the UK to go and buy their iPhone.
But that would also impact their sales. Because what if I can't, imagine that you have to drive from here to Togo. A la PayPal. You know, PayPal is in Togo, PayPal not in Ghana. Yeah. Some people actually have to go all the way to Togo. How many of us would make that trip? Unless I was looking for BMW parts, Michael and I.
Yeah. But you see, the reason I'm saying...
And bear in mind, now, Togo is... We are essentially, ECOWAS is essentially the West African EU. We can't just, in a step, just hop across the border, get our business done, and come back. Brexit don't have that advantage anymore. They are like us. They have to apply for visa up and down.
Yeah. But
you stand in queue and your man look at you look like a flight risk. Go back.
So what are you going to do there? I'm going to buy iPhone.
I'm going to buy iPhone. Go back and drink your tea.
The reason why I am saying that Apple will most likely probably hold off is because this does not affect the phones that are already in existence at the time of it fully being passed. That's in 2024. And if by then Apple hasn't figured out how to go portless, I am sure they will be willing to wait one more year. Because if you create a separate production line and system, that's just money going to waste. Because if you're not going to maintain it to the end, it's very possible that Apple will just switch over. Because I mean, your MacBook chargers are already Type-C. We've been asking you before for Type-C.
Even the iPad Pro is Type-C.
Obviously.
So it's just the iPhone.
Yeah, it's just the iPhone. But maybe most tech analysts have said that they believe Apple would rather go portless than go back on Lightning.
Well, I think they can't do the Type-C because it's already implemented in the iPad. And the iPad is not so far off from the iPhone. How difficult is it? I mean, if someone has done it in their own home with their own soldering machine and everything, it's just, and knowing Apple's internals, which are very, what do you even
anti-repair friendly.
Yeah. But which device was that? It was probably an older one. I think
it was 13.
Yeah.
Or
that's a very ballsy.
It was a very recent.
That's a very
I don't think it's that difficult to change. If someone was able
it's not that difficult. I watched the video of him doing it. It's not that difficult. The real headache you have is not in the conversion. It's just in the careful opening of your Apple device, getting the components out and doing the change. Like that is it, because Apple really don't like you opening their things. That is where you have a problem. But aside that, it's fine.
Well, we live to see.
Yeah. What else? What else is going on in the world?
Oh yeah. Telegram.
Yeah, Mr. Telegram, tell us. Pitch.
Televangelist.
Yeah, pitch to us.
Yes.
So isn't the world's best Telegram evangelist?
But televangelist is very different.
Isn't that a televangelist a TV evangelist?
Yeah. Yes, and I'm a Telegram evangelist, but we took out a single gram.
So why not make it Telegramgelist?
No.
Okay,
it's
never mind.
Televangelist without a gram.
Okay.
I've lost weight.
Okay.
So yes. Telegram, the world's greatest messaging app.
Relax, okay.
Hey, tell me which other app comes close.
Let's
Discord.
continue.
Telegram, I repeat, the world's greatest messaging app.
Signal.
I'm going to keep going. Telegram, the world's greatest messaging
WhatsApp.
Bah, humbug. Yes. So if you've been using Telegram or you're a Telegram fan, you've probably seen Pavel Durov, who is the CEO of Telegram, and Vikon Kataktia was when it was. Anyways, let me not go into the whole history of Telegram. But yes, it's been giving us, or they've been giving us, a whole lot of features, a whole lot of free stuff for a very long time. And I have been asking myself the question, how are they paying server fees? Because, Telegram, see, it's the first app I always install whenever I set up my phone. Why? Because all my chats are there, right there. And I even use your saved messages as my personal cloud. So I store stuff there. Even my CAF issue that listen, and this is very big. You know when I had the issue with CAF, they deleted the videos.
Mm-hmm.
But then I copied the links and posted them in my Telegram. Do you know Telegram cached the video inside the app?
Oh, lit.
So even though it's deleted, it's still cached within Telegram. Now, that is why. So now you understand why I say it's like the world's greatest messaging app. So you can run, but you can't hide.
Ideas.
Yeah. But then, so it gives you all these features. You can send 2 gigs of files for free, large groups and all that. And Pavel Durov just announced quite recently that they're always giving us new features. And it's awesome. But here's the thing. They want to increase things some more. Give more space. But that would cost them a lot, server-wise. So for those who want more, they're bringing Telegram Premium.
Okay.
So a subscription-based premium Telegram, just like, you have premium everything, premium Google, YouTube.
Yeah.
That removes the ads. Telegram, they tried ads in channels.
Yeah.
And Pavel Durov is quite averse to ads. He doesn't really like ads. So he thinks this would make more sense because this would be people who really love the app who would be willing to pay. Someone like me. Yeah. And so by so doing, introduce new features, which this is the interesting part. If you're a basic or a standard user and someone sends you a feature using a premium version of Telegram, you can still access it.
Huh.
Yeah, so if I paid for premium Telegram and I sent you an 8 gigabyte file, you could actually access that 8 gigabyte file or even save it in your saved messages. Or if I use a premium reaction or a premium, sticker,
I'll still be able to see it.
You still be able to see it. You still be able to even use it with me.
Because you're the one who's paid for it.
Exactly. So if you're messaging me and you use that reaction, it will work. But you can't use it outside of your
anyone else.
Yeah, which is
Wonderful
incredibly
works in
awesome.
Group chats.
That's very communist of itself.
Yeah.
Much like your shirt.
What?
Much like your shirt.
Ooh, yeah. So
don't draw attention to it.
yes.
Nobody saw it.
Yeah.
So what?
Yeah, it's blurred.
Okay.
It's blurred on screen. Nobody can see it. So we're going for a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll talk about the last thing in tech.
Yeah, last things. We'll make it quick.
Yeah, we'll make it quick. We'll be right back.
The other day, I visited Kweku at his spunky new office to congratulate him on opening his business. And man, was I impressed. The business is just moving quick. The sales, customers, everything is just working seamlessly. The secret? He said,
It's MTN Business Broadband. In this fast-paced environment, we need fast and reliable internet to support all business types. No laggy online meetings, great download and upload speeds, impeccable business management systems, all inclusive. I mean, you can have it all.
"Sharp!" I signed on immediately.
To enable your business stay ahead and stay connected, make sure you're signed on to the best internet made just for businesses. MTN Business Broadband. Sign up today on broadband.mtn.com.gh and manage your account on my MTN app. Call 0244 308 111 for more information.
MTN.
And we're back. Geek Squad is brought to you by MTN. MTN everywhere you go. Online, on your phone, streaming live tweet at us, #JoyGeekSquad. Join the Telegram group, t.me/JoyGeekSquad. Yes, Telegram. Awesome stuff.
Okay.
So, General Chairman, Kobby Spiky Nkrumah, watch. Also scan through my body system to check if I'm fit for the day before stepping out. That's Douglas from DC. Your phone, when should you come? Douglas, see, right now, the way that economy is set up, you have to move money from your checking account to your savings account. We have to ask Kevin Hart for some tips on managing money. Something off what you guys are discussing. Has any one of you heard of OnPassive? If yes, what's your session on it? OnPassive, as from JJB.
All I know about OnPassive is some tech company from India. I don't really know much.
Yeah. Is that what you're asking? Is it? We need more details. Off topic from Nana Kwesi. Any video effect recommendation, please? Seen a lot online. Don't know which to try. Video effect.
If you're looking for easy way to do video effects, TikTok, Charlie. TikTok is just plug and play.
I noticed some very cool video effects on TikTok that would take hours to do on After Effects.
Yes.
So yeah.
So anyway, back to the news. Yeah. Since we are talking about texting and
you guys were going to say something about when we mentioned the Tesla.
Oh yeah, you get messaging app. So apparently WhatsApp is creating a feature for you to be able to migrate your messages from Android to iPhone. Finally, so you don't have to pay money for that. There was someone who asked about that. Yep. I've forgotten when it's going to be released, but if you can wait until then, then you can
moving
do
from WhatsApp to iPhone, coming soon to your phone.
Yeah. Also, there's this company.
But wait, what about vice versa?
I didn't really check. Also, there's a company, a new EV company that's releasing a car called the Lightyear Zero. Now, the interesting thing about this EV company that separates them from everybody else is that their cars actually have solar panels on them, on the bonnet. So they have proprietary solar panels on there, and the car has allegedly would have a 388 mile range, 44 miles of which is solar generated. So based on their stats, if your commute to and from work is within 30 to about 50 kilometers a day, you could run your car without the need to ever charge it, because when you park it in they actually had a statistic where they did this presentation in the Netherlands, and they said in the Netherlands you could probably run it for about 2 months, and they said in Spain and Portugal it could be about 6 months, and I was like, oh, what about Ghana?
Forever.
Yeah.
Well, we need to challenge companies like Kantanka to take stuff like this up, because we really need it. With the fuel prices, it would make sense if we had our cars, because we have a lot of sun.
Yeah.
A lot of sunlight that's going to waste.
Would you like to hear the price of this car?
Wait, let me pitch to Kantanka if they're listening. Put solar panels on cars. You can put a Kantanka generator in the back, or a dynamo. Yeah, you get the idea. You get the drift.
So, because of that proprietary technology, $238,000. So,
Kantanka.
Sorry for left.
If you did this for us, we wouldn't have to go and raise $238,000 to buy some solar car from somewhere. Yeah. Just do for us. I mean, you can take those small Uber cars as tests.
Well, the issue with putting solar on cars is that to be able to create enough power through solar generation into the batteries for it to move a car. Cars are from 1 ton to 3 tons, 5 tons, depends on the size of the car. It's not a very easy thing. But these guys seem to have figured it, and they're actually making a proprietary.
And Kantanka can do it.
Oh, he can?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got our Iron Man stuff, our airplane cars.
Yeah.
Our, what else?
Edge of yesterday. Anyway, so I read up on the OnPassive thing real quick.
Right.
Avoid it. It's an MLM scheme. One of those things that they
marketing,
say,
refer someone.
Yeah, refer someone and you pay for it. Just avoid it like the plague. It's not worth your time or your money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I just had to laugh at something that just crossed my mind. That was said a few seconds ago.
Let's just move on.
Which is
guys back.
Okay, video editors need one to work on content for YouTube. So video, well, you can, if they're using After Effects, there's so many After Effects templates that you can download from, the internet. just be careful where you're downloading.
Yeah,
if it's premium stuff.
The best place to get that, I forgot the name of that website. Envato.
But it's paid.
Yeah, so pay is about $250 for a whole year. And
you say it like it's so easy to get.
It isn't. Like right now, it isn't.
So,
I know.
In as much as we're telling you can pay $250, see, my go-to is go to YouTube, find somebody's templates that they've put out there for you to try out, take it and personalize it. The unfortunate thing is that I see too many people don't realize that when you're repurposing someone's templates, at least change things
a little bit,
change colors, change text, change fonts, change timing. But my brothers and sisters would use the same thing and then put their logo, you know, the one where the smoke comes together and then the logo reveal. Oh my goodness.
Every single one.
Everyone's using that same cyan magenta template. It's horrible. Change inside, change me. And we've run out of time.
So like Internet Explorer.
Wow.
Yep.
Edge, please.
You know, Internet Explorer has actually been retired now. 27 years. It's gone, like us.
Well, you heard it here. My name is Kobby Spiky Nkrumah. I've been doing this with Michael and Winston. This has been Geek Squad. You can catch us next week. If you missed it, the podcast is available. Up next is the news.